Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. So today it was reported that the Boston Celtics are interested in trading for Rudy Gobert from the Utah Jazz. Now, obviously, this move would allow them to combat guys such as Joel Embiid, Bam Adebayo, really the great centers of the NBA, because Daniel Tice is really good at times, but also, you can definitely see where the undersizedness of the team can kind of be one of their weaknesses, man. So I do like the idea of bringing Rudy Gobert to their squad. So for today's video, what we're going to do is we are going to try to assemble a trade together. We're going to try to make this work and see if we can make the Boston Celtics 2021 NBA champions. Now, before we get going on today's video, if you guys don't mind hitting that like button, then 1,000 likes is always the goal. Would be greatly appreciated. And go check out my second channel, Extra Crispy, for daily NBA content over there, and also some other things, man. I've been doing some non-NBA reaction stuff. It's been a lot of fun. Today I actually did a zombie apocalypse interactive video game. It was like a video, like a YouTube video. It was interactive. It was a lot of fun, man. Go check it out. It was so much fun to do, man. But yeah, so also keep in mind, man, full disclosure, I am using a download file that somebody has the updated start today with draft picks and everything like that. Anytime I download one of these, the rosters are always off just like a little bit. Not so much like where players are at, but like ratings. So, if the ratings look a little funky out here, man, I do apologize. This one seems to have players juiced up a little bit, which isn't a bad thing because that just means the guys are going to play better. And, when everybody's juiced up, it still kind of evens out in the end, if that makes sense. So here we go. Let's try to do a trade for Rudy Gobert, as I should say, Gobert from the Utah Jazz, man. I do like this. I do like this idea. If it's not giving up too much, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, and it's a good opportunity maybe for the Celtics, or I'm sorry, for the Jazz to get some new pieces on their team too around Donovan Mitchell. So, okay, the first guy obviously I want to trade away would be Gordon Hayward. I just think that kind of makes sense for both sides. They have him listed as an 87 overall. I mean, when he's playing like his best basketball, I would say that's actually pretty accurate. But then again, like when he's injured and stuff, he's obviously not playing that good. But that's fine. He was an all-star on the Utah Jazz. It'd be kind of fun to watch that all come like full circle again. I think you would probably need to toss in, I'd actually be willing to toss in Robert Williams, just because if you have Rudy Gobert, you're kind of set at center for the next 5-6 seasons anyway, and I'd rather re-sign Tice to give us a little versatility off the bench. So I'm going to toss in Robert Williams, and I'm going to say probably a first-round pick, man. I'm going to do this 14th pick in the draft right here, and that feels about right. So the Jazz would acquire a little bit too much, so they got to toss in somebody in return. And let's see, do we got any just $3 million players? I mean, Royce O'Neal, I guess. See if this gets it done or not. Do they do the trade? The proposal would have us spending an excessive amount at the small forward position for my liking. Okay, I guess that's fair. Let me toss off you. I mean, Bojan is a small forward, I guess. I don't think they'd want to give him up. Or maybe Joe Ingles, who's kind of aging a bit, will do this and see if it works for us. I mean, I would absolutely love this trade. Not interested in this trade. Okay, what if I do this, but I also toss in the 26th first round pick? Still not interested in the trade. Okay, what if I do this and I toss in another first-round pick, man? But they have so many first-round picks for the Celtics, I don't even need them no more, man. Still not interested. Last but not least, another first-round pick, man. We'll just get it done, and they agreed to the offer right there. So obviously that's quite a few first-round draft picks. Some of them were later ones. I don't know, if the Celtics would do that many. I think it would probably take 1 or 2 first-round picks, and that would definitely get it done. But we also can get Joe Ingles back, and Joe Ingles can kind of operate the second unit, so that should be kind of interesting, man. So getting a guy like that is definitely not something to be overshadowed in this type of trade, right? So that's fine. I mean, like I said, it was a lot of later first-round draft picks, 30th in the draft or whatever, that I don't really care about. But we do have the man Rudy Gobert on the team now with Joe Ingles to kind of help out in the second unit on a 2-year, $28 million contract. That should be a nice pickup for us. So we are going to skip the NBA draft as we just trade away most of our first round picks. And yeah, we get Felipe Petrucces. 6'11", inside score, 69 overall. Yeah, you lost me at 69 overall. Team player options, man. Okay, so nothing there. Qualifying offers, Taco Fall. Yeah, bring him back. Trevante Waters, 78 overall. See that good? Like I said, these are kind of juiced up ratings, man. Javonte Green, yeah, we'll get both these guys back. Sure, why not? And let's go to the moratorium period. So we don't really have too much freed up in salary cap. A lot of our salary is kind of eaten up from other guys. I do want to get Tice back. He's definitely going to be a priority. And at about, it's $12 million a season, something like that, $13 million. I think he's definitely worth that. We do it the round trades on some of these other guys. That's completely fine. But yeah, that's cool with me. I have no issues with that whatsoever. Like I said, we got Joe Ingles also to help strengthen the bench, so that's going to help out a lot. We got Reggie Jackson, Rondo, Isaiah Thomas. You know what? I would actually take Rondo back on the team, believe it or not, man. Although Reggie Jackson, like, he provides you some scoring at least. He has starting point guard experience, so like him off the bench would actually be pretty solid. He's only 29. Let me actually go with Reggie Jackson. I have a feeling Rondo's rating is gonna fall off pretty quickly here, so I actually kind of like that signing there, man. And outside of that, I would take on Rudy Gay also. I'm not gonna promise he's gonna play or anything, but yo, Austin Rivers. Nobody said nothing about no Austin Rivers, man. Yeah, I don't want no Austin Rivers. Okay, yeah. I mean, I would actually take him, but it's fine. Okay, that should be good to go. I think I'm going to go ahead and simulate to the beginning of the regular season. I'm absolutely loving what this team is looking like so far. So, yeah, I'll see you guys at the beginning of the regular season, and we'll check out this lineup. Okay, guys, so here is the team going into the beginning of the regular season. At point guard, we got Kemba Walker, the 2 spot with Marcus Smart, 3 Jaylen Brown, 4 Jason Tatum, and 5 Rudy Gobert. In my opinion, this team has potential to be the best defensive team in the NBA. You got Gobert, who obviously is a top shot blocker in the NBA, at least one of the top shot blockers. I would probably say the top overall defensive center as far as like keeping from his man, stuff like that. And of course, Marcus Smart's one of the best perimeter players in the NBA. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, those guys definitely hold their own. But also off the bench, you got Daniel Tice, who I think is pretty solid defensively, man. Despite being a little undersized, he does a pretty good job. I think he's averaged over like a block and a steal last NBA season. Joe Ingles has always been a top perimeter guy in the NBA. And of course, we got Reggie Jackson, who does not play a lick of defense, but that's okay, man, because he's going to score the basketball and stuff. So we are going with a pretty tight 8-man rotation. The reason I want to keep it tight is just because we do have guys that can play a lot of different positions. Not to mention Jalen, Marcus, Jason Tatum. All these guys can play multiple positions themselves, so it should work out pretty nicely over here, man. But yeah, keep it tight. Work on chemistry, should be good to go. For our system, we have a 4-star defensive system. Now, I typically don't like running a defensive system in 2K, just because, the NBA these days is all about offense. It used to be like, the best offense was a great defense, but that's no longer the thing anymore, man. So, yeah, we're going to keep it at defense, though, just because, like, with Marcus and Rudy, I feel like that's got a lot of good potential for us right there. So, outside of that, I think we're pretty much good to go. This team, if they got Rudy Gobert and was able to assemble this type of squad to some sort of this extent, they would be my favorite team in the Eastern Conference, guys. They definitely would. I think Rudy Gobert, that type of center, is the absolute missing piece. Now, obviously, you'd want some little bit of floor spacing if possible, like a Miles Turner or somebody like that. But what Rudy Gobert can bring defensively, more than makes up for the floor spacing abilities of his game. And who knows? Maybe we'll start shooting threes. Probably not, though, man. But it's not like Tice was actually shooting a ton of threes a game anyway. So, yeah, I'm going to predict probably like a 55-win team. I'm going to predict a 55-win team, guys. Let's go ahead, simulate this first NBA this first NBA season with Rudy Gobert as the Celtics' new anchor in the middle, and see how they can do. Okay, so yeah, the record was pretty damn amazing, guys. 67 wins on the season, which I don't know if they'd be that good. I could definitely see like a low 60-win team, and that's only assuming that, Jason Tatum goes from that all-star status to a superstar status. Rudy Gobert, obviously being a top defensive player, is going to help out too. But yeah, we got one more game against the Milwaukee Bucks, who are 43-38 themselves, simulated through date, and finish with a W on the season. Man, we got Luka's MVP with the crazy stat line as always. LaMelo, Rookie of the Year. Dennis Schroeder, 6-man. Anthony Davis, Defensive Player. De'Aaron Fox, Most Improved. And Brad Stevens, no doubt, as Coach of the Year. All-NBA first, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third. So we got Jason Tatum making that, which puts him in the superstar category, if you ask me. Gobert, All-Defensive first team. Obviously not get Defensive Player of the Year, but that's all good, man. It's not going to happen every single time. And yes, we are the first seed into the Eastern Conference. Go to these player stats on the season, see how everybody performed for us. And Tatum, 29 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Yup, absolute beast. Come back at 24-4-7. Nice to see him get back on track quite a bit. 22 for Jalen, 13-7 for Marcus Smart. We got Rudy Gobert, 12 points, 13 rebounds, and about 2 blocks per game. That's about what I would expect, 2 to 3 blocks. Rebounding would definitely be pretty solid too. 62% field goal percentage, but that's only off about 9 attempts per game. He wouldn't be shooting a ton, man. Like, I think he shoots a little bit more on the Utah Jazz. Actually, what's his like his career high? Yeah, he's always been like around like 13, 14, 15 points, something like that. So yeah, that feels about right based off this team where there's more offensive options over him. Reggie Jackson was pretty solid. Daniel Tice still kind of did his thing, man. I love the 2 blocks per game. Like, his defense is still up there, 1 steal. I mean, that's doing that in limited minutes. And then Joe Ingles bought a little bit of everything, which typically does on an NBA team anyway, man. But here we go. First round, Atlanta Hawks. Simulate round. See how this goes, man. It's all fun and games until you get don't. Oh. A 68-14 team just lost to an 8th seed, guys, in NBA 2K21. Just gonna leave it at that. I'm just gonna leave it at that, man. I'm just gonna leave it at that, man. Let's move on to the next offseason. Let's not get angry anymore, man. 2K21 next gen is so close, and hopefully the stuff like this is fixed. Will it be? I don't have my hopes like high or nothing like that. But we didn't, like, we got swept by the... Has the number 1 seed ever got swept by the 8th seed, man? Especially a 68-14 8th seed. 2K, your game is garbage, man. You all are lucky I like talking about basketball. That's like 95% of the reason I do rebuilds is to just like talk about different scenarios and stuff. Because I like talking about basketball. I feel like I can do that this way. Oh my god, though, man, that's a real bad 2K. That is like embarrassing that you're like that you are like looked upon as the best simulation game of all time, and that happens so often. Yeah, that's pretty embarrassing, man. But then again, if it's the only basketball game that exists, I guess by theory that would make them the best simulation game, right? Alrighty, let's move on. Team player options. Nothing there. It's to the point. Okay, we gotta re-sign Jason Tatum for sure. It's to the point though, man, where I'm just like, I don't even know what other moves to make. Like, my team is set. My team is... Okay, is Rudy Gobert... Is his contract up? Okay, Tatum's getting off from the Knicks. Yeah, the Knicks would try to do that. We're going to match him real quick. Yeah, I think Rudy Gobert's contract is up, so we definitely got to get him in a new contract. Hopefully that's about right. He agrees to that. Very nice. So not really a Supermax contract, which he doesn't really deserve anyway. He's just not really that type of player anymore. But let's go ahead and get some other guys, I guess, man, because we got swept. Okay, I'll take George Hill. Good, solid veteran. No, I won't. Oh, I guess I will. $18 million. I guess that will allow that? Come on, man. Come on, 2K. Come on, man. Okay, we got George Hill. We don't really have money for anybody else. I don't think we have rights to Taco Fall either. Although he might just accept his qualifying offer. Yeah, let me get Semi and Carson Edwards back because I just like both those players. They're just kind of fun. So, yeah, we'll get both those guys back, hopefully. And, yeah, man, I don't... There's literally nothing I can do about being a 68-win team. Can I afford Iguodala? If he wants to play for the minimum, we'll take him for the mini. Well, there we go, man. There's literally nothing I can do about being a 68-win team and then just getting swept in the first round by the Hawks, like the 8th seed, man. There's nothing I can do about that. So I'm not switching my team too much. Like, my team's good and solid. I got more veterans on now, I guess. Let's go ahead and simulate to the beginning of the regular season. Okay, so here's the team going into the final season of the rebuild. I did lower the starter minutes a little bit with the exception of Jason Tatum, who is going to be playing 40 minutes a game. I mean, it's time to ball out, man. We got to get that championship, or at least to the second round, or at least a win in the playoffs. And then we got Tice, George Hill, Andre Iguodala, and Joe Ingles off the bench. It's a nice bench, man. It's definitely a nice bench. So we'll see what happens with it, though, guys. I'm going to go ahead and simulate this final season of the rebuild. Not too much more to say. It's the same starting 5. There's no reason to change anybody in the starting lineup. We simply just lost, man. So yeah, let's simulate the season, see what happens. Okay, so the team cooled off a little bit this season. 16-21, still phenomenal record. I mean, you know, the way 2K goes, the lower the seed you are anyway, I mean, the better chance you have to win the championship, right, man? So maybe winning less games will mean we can win the first round of the playoffs, if that makes sense. It shouldn't, but in 2K logic, it does. Okay, so here's all the awards on the season. RJ Barrett, most improved. Good for him, man. Tom Thibodeau is coach of the year. Okay, so we got Tatum making All-NBA first, so big time jump for him. And that is it from the Celtics. Okay, that's fine. This time, wow, the Knicks are the first seed. Bro, I've not seen that, I don't think, in, like, the history of this game. Yo, let me check out this team real quick here. They got, wow. Huh. That's pretty damn impressive, man. I mean, considering that John Collins is their best player. What's he ever? I mean, yeah, those are like fine stats. That's what he's doing on the Hawks. Very surprised by that, man. Very surprised. That's 2K for you, though. Okay, let's go to our player stats on the season. So we got Tatum at 35 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Should have won that MVP award, those numbers, man. There's everybody else's stats looking pretty crispy out there. No big-time complaints. But here we go, man. Back to the... Oh, wait. We got... Okay, don't get the Knicks in the first round, thankfully. We do have my Pistons, so either way I win. Simulate rounds. Either way I win, man. You can't see I'm in the way. I'm in the way. We got game 1, got game 2, lost game 3, got game 4, lost game 5, and got game 6, man. So we won 4 games to 2 against the Detroit Pistons. Okay, well, RJ's on the Pistons. Okay, I like that. I do like that. With Avija? Also, is that Terrence Clark, I think his name is? Yes, sir. Okay, nice. But no match for Jason Tatum. Yo, even Rudy Gobert getting 20 and 16 with 2 blocks. Very nice. All right, next up, Miami Heat. Bam Adebayo. Rudy Gobert should be a pretty solid matchup, at least for us, because we're up 2. Okay, I got too cocky. 3-2. 4 games to 2. We're in the East Conference Finals against the 4th seed Cleveland Cavaliers. We got Christian Woods on the Heat now, but Jason dropping 43, 5-2, 6-2. Yeah, he's definitely reached superstar status with these type of numbers, man. Next up, Cleveland. Once again, we got lower seeds in the conference finals, so I guess in theory that's good for us. Simulate round right here. And looking good. 2-0, 3-0, 3-1. Don't blow him, man. Okay, we get them 4 games to 2. And we got the 7th seed Golden State Warriors here in the NBA Finals. Let's see what this team's looking like. They get the 7th seed, man. Giannis is on the Jazz now, apparently. That's actually a nice fit. Yo, Donovan Mitchell and Giannis. Yeah, that's a superstar team. We got Curry, Edwards, Marc Gasol, Klay Thompson. Looks like Dwight Howard. Draymond's no longer on the team, but that doesn't matter. They're still a phenomenal team. It's just this. Simulate round, man. Let's get it. Got game 1. Got game 2. 2-1. Come on, man. 3-1. Looking good. 3-2. 3-3. 4 games to 3, guys. We win the NBA championship. I feel like we should have done it last season. But hey, Tatum Finals MVP, 34 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, and a block per game. Also a big-time game for Kemba, Jalen, Rudy Gobert, with the 4 blocks out there. I guess it's something, 12 assists for Marcus Smart. I like that. I guess to sum things up, would I do this trade? Yes, I would. Probably not 4 first-round draft picks, because I clearly had to do that just for the purpose of it being 2K, but it would not be that many in real life. You might even see somebody like Romeo Langford get traded or somebody along those lines, maybe a Carson Edwards. Who really knows? But no, it's a solid trade, man. It's a solid trade. It's a solid idea to get Rudy Gobert on this team, especially if you can keep Tice just for that versatility that works out with the squad, man. But yeah, that's all we got for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching, and peace out.